Arrived at the cabin. This is the second part of the video, so make sure you watch the first. It's quite funny. So we're going to hurry up and get to work on the cabin, but before we do that, we need one thing. What is that?
A fat lip. Dip.
Heck yeah. So we're all going to pack a lip here. So Danny, what are you going to be putting in?
Copenhagen wintergreen.
All right, and this is also a special video because this is Matt's first time trying cope straight. So we're going to have him try this. We'll ask him how he feels about it, what he thinks about it. And then also, we're going to show you that truck that we were so highly talking about on the way up here. So let's go ahead and I'll get ourselves a pinch in our lip. There you go, buddy.
There you go.
Thanks,
Take
bud.
the can.
So, other than that, Danny, how's your
I'm
dip so far?
going again the tools.
All right.
Well, it's good dip, but I'm going again the tools.
All right, so Danny's going to go get some of the tools to start the job. While we do that, we might as well show off this beautiful truck we got here today. So, as we can see, we have this incredible, Matt.
It's a 1993 Chevy Silverado. Now, in 93, it wasn't just a Silverado. You had either a Silverado or a Cheyenne. The only difference is the package you got. The interior, all the options, whether it was radio, air conditioning, electric windows. But she's a single axle K2500, which for some people that means it's a 1-ton. Heavy duty, set up for towing and whatnot. But this is my pride and joy.
All right. So I'm going to hurry up and walk just around the truck, show them. My favorite thing about this truck is it is one of the cleanest I have seen. You can, heck, if I go down and look underneath, you know, you don't see any rust on rockers, cab corners, nothing, you know. It is pretty freaking spotless. And as you see, we got some of the stuff in the bed there for the roofing and stuff. We got most of it out already. So you can even look, everything is clean. You know, you got the diamond plate bed rails to match the toolbox and stuff. So while we got this, we're going to walk up this way. If you look inside, he'll hate to admit it, but even though he uses this as a work truck, I mean, you got to admit that is some of the cleanest interior I've seen in one of these. I know mine on my 91, which will be in a video shortly, is beat to freaking heck and back. So you want to tell them a little bit more about the truck?
All right, the thing is, now most people are going to say, well, that's not the original grill for the truck. Unfortunately, about a year back, I got in an accident, caved the front bumper in, smashed this side of the truck up. Didn't hurt the fender, so I just replaced the lights, put a new grill on it, gave it a little spunk. Unfortunately, I thought it would look better without the emblem piece in the middle. I thought it just better looking black. But I've done a couple touch-ups. I've painted the core support, painted the intake box. Now, when my dad raced as a teenager, they flipped the boxes on these 350s. Because, you know, who wants to pay for a forced air intake? Right, Gary?
I feel it, man. I feel it.
So, all this is a 350 small block with a throttle body. They aren't crazy, like 220 horse. Nothing major torque. Gets the job done. Gets about 8 miles to the gallon in town. About 13 highway. But it's got 4 LEE, 4-speed, back to a 410 posi axle. Pretty much the basics. Good
So what would you say, what would we get gas mileage on the way up here, you say?
Well, since Garrett doesn't like to go slow, and he said that was the slowest, I usually set the trip on a 70-mile-an-hour road. I usually set it at 65. Truck likes to run that way, a little lower RPMs. So I set it at 72 on the way up. I'm probably thinking about 12.5.
All right. So it's not the most fuel efficient ride. So if you're commuting every day to work and you're working in some like city job and you're not doing something where you need a truck, this probably, you know, isn't a truck just to get to show off. So this is actually a workhorse. So other than that, we're going to go ahead and finish up some of the roof on the cabin up here. So it's, you know, ready for winter and good. Anything else you want to tell them, Matt? Oh, you want to fire it up real quick? So we'll walk back here so you guys can hear the exhaust real quick. Hey Matt, go ahead and give her a little rev on it real quick. So, got the exhaust here. So, real quick, Matt, what do you got for an exhaust on this?
It had headers on it. I bought this truck off my father, that's why it's so clean. I definitely didn't keep this clean, but I do my best. Take care of her. Father's legacy, one of those things. He's still alive, he's not dead. But he put the original GM manifolds back on. She's run straight pipe all the way back to the axle where she goes into a nice stainless straight through muffler about that big. Comes out behind the wheel, so she's pretty much straight piped. You can look straight through that muffler. The thing is, she doesn't sound too loud. The cops aren't picking it up constantly, but she's got a little tone to it. I'm sorry if I went a little loud. I just like the way she pings, that's all.
All right, Matt. So last thing before we end this video here, what are some future plans for the girl?
Well, hopefully when I get a little bit of money, I'd like to put a 6-inch suspension lift on it. The thing is, in the end, everybody likes to debate the body lift. I'm not going to talk about body lifts because, you know, some people prefer that. On a truck like this, unfortunately, it's very long. It flexes, it rips body mounts. So I think I'm going to go with suspension, maybe 33 by 10.5 16s. Just give it a little, you know, look to her. You know, give her a little, I'll probably go with some mud terrain, maybe a Mickey Thompson beadlock rim, you know, stainless. Just give it a little shine. Other than that, I think maybe when I get out of the service, I have a little bit of money, I might bore her out to a 383 stroker, take her back to carbureted, give her a new lease on life.
I feel, man. So, also, gotta ask you, because I know it's one of my favorites so far. Give me a quick rundown on what you think of that dip. You've had it in now, so let's check. You've had it in now for about 6 minutes, so.
I do have to say, I was a skeptic. I've tried a couple dips, maybe not my favorite, but I tried Longhorn Original, some Grizzly. When I fell in love with the Copenhagen Wintergreen, that became my DD daily dip. But the thing is, I did put this in. I was a little skeptical about it. You know, it's salty. I don't mind the salty taste. It gets your saliva going, gets a nice spit going. But it's sweet. I did notice that it's sweet. And I can see myself chewing this more often. It's not bad. I mean, it's a little bit more powdery than the long cut. But it's not something you can't get used to.
All right, man.
Cope makes a good dip.
They do, man. That's why they're one of my favorites. All right, y'all. So this is Dip, Tits, and Squarebodies signing off. Again, I'm Garrett. We got Matt here.
Stay good, y'all.
Take it easy and keep dipping.